a table. However, the tables turned, and ISO Speed was actually the one who launched off the top rope and into the table onto Logan Paul. Next up is the unsanctioned match between Drew McIntyre and Jacob Fatu, and it didn't take long to turn into chaos. Fatu looked like he was doing a tribute to G.I. Bro, but he managed to blindside McIntyre during his entrance, immediately setting the tone for a weapons-heavy fight. Even the toolbox came out, and Drew McIntyre looked like he had PTSD when he saw it. McIntyre eventually got bored though, even mocking Fatu by pulling out his brother's phone for a bored-out
like it's there for the Moore family. When they lost Medicaid, they found a new plan that fits their budget. There are many ways.
Work moment. Yep, he's done it again. But after sending Fatu crashing through a table outside, McIntyre seemed moments away from victory, but the momentum shifted again, and Fatu struck with a toolbox and then delivered a second mighty moonsault, this time through a table to pick up the win. Next up, the first major shocker night one actually came when the Bella Twins would introduce a returning star. Paige has returned to WWE, and she will now replace Nikki Bella in the Women's Tag Team Championship Fatal 4-Way match. This match built gradually, but shifted the moment Paige got the hot tag, immediately becoming the focal point. A near finish came when Legend connected with a lash extension on Valkyria, but it didn't lead to a finish. Paige and Charlotte Flair cleared the ring, bringing their rivalry right back into our focus with a strike exchange. Charlotte then took control with a natural selection, but then Nikki interfered with a crutch shot, opening the door for the final sequence as Alexa Bliss went for Twisted Bliss, but landed right into Paige's knee, and that's all that was needed. She followed up with a rampage to secure the win as Brie Bella and Paige are the new Women's Tag Team Champions. In Satan's return match, she's already a champion. Next up is AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch for the Women's IC Championship. Lynch came in aggressively early, but AJ refused to stay down. She managed to counter a manhandle slam attempt and locked in the Black Widow, but Lynch forced the break using the ropes. She followed it up with a manhandle slam, but AJ managed to kick out for a near fall, and that's where things started to shift, as Lynch got into heated words with Jessica Carr. But that opening was enough as AJ capitalized with a counter, picking up a near fall of her own. But then Lynch exposed the turnbuckle with Carr in the way and sent AJ crashing right into it. She followed up with a second manhandle slam, this time securing the win, as Becky Lynch now is the Women's IC Champion again. Next up, Gunther versus Seth Rollins. Well, what the hell was going on with Seth Rollins' eyes before the match? One moment he had those contacts in, and the next second they were out. Really cool visual, and even the beginning of his entrance gave us some Noob Saibot vibes. Mortal Kombat was a sponsor for this, so it might have been a cosplay. Starting the match, the career killer attacked the Visionary before the bell, immediately spilling the fight to ringside. But once things settled inside the ring, the pace managed to shift. It became a more physical exchange with both men trading heavy strikes and big offense. Rollins created the first real opening, countering into a stomp for a near fall after escaping Gunther's grip. Gunther then responded by locking in a sleeper, but Rollins fought free and answered back with a superplex into a Falcon Arrow. Vintage Rollins. He then followed up with a sleeper of his own, showing he could match Gunther's strategy and will Gunther tap out again. But then all of a sudden, we had another massive surprise return as Von Breaker came in and threw Rollins into the barricade with a spear. Gunther managed to take advantage of locking in the sleeper to put Rollins out for good, and probably managing to retire him. But it didn't end there. Even after Rollins lost the match, Breaker ran down the whole ramp to give Rollins a devastating spear. As all of this unfolded, Paul Heyman stood on the stage and raised Breaker's hand. Next up is Stephanie McCare versus Liv Morgan for the Women's World Championship. Well, Liv Morgan did a nice little rendition of a music video for her entrance theme, which was really quite well done. Liv came out aggressive, landing a springboard powerbomb out in the corner, followed by an insecurity to set up a frog splash. McCare managed to cut that momentum off, responding with Devil's Kiss to regain control. Liv looked to return the favor with her own Devil's Kiss, but McCare countered into an SBB, which transitioned into an Oblivion for a near fall. McCare got interference by both Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez, but that was not enough. McCare managed to fight back, sending Liv into Raquel at ringside before following up with a springboard to the floor, and just as it looked like she regained control, Liv drove McCare into the steel steps, and they followed up with a second Oblivion to secure the win, as Liv Morgan is now the new Women's World Champion.
Got 10? Become a Rena Center. $10 pays your first week on a new agreement. Choose an item, and your first week costs only $10, all without using credit. Just use promo code 1week for 10, only at Rena Center.
Back to Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff. Doesn't have to break his momentum when he gets the bags. This is what everyone wants to see Wembanyama do. Dominating on the inside. to Gobert.
Cody Rhodes defends the WWE against Randy Orton with Pat McAfee this corner. Pat McAfee hyped for the count but attacked Rhodes only with Jelly Roll to take him out through an announce table. Pat McAfee was then stretched out. This was probably the best moment of the night. He's out of the match. But once the match began, Orton showed weakness in his knee, in fact, that Rhodes targeted throughout, but it just kind of looked like an injury. He even mentioned it on commentary numerous times, and even pointed out the rumors on the dirt sheets. Both men traded crossroads in RKOs for near falls until an eye poke led to Orton accidentally taking out referee Charles Robinson. But Pat McAfee manages to make his way back down to the ring, this time with a referee shirt on, ready to score over Cody Rhodes. In the chaos, Rhodes used a low blow, survived another RKO, but then bizarrely, Randy Orton turns on Pat McAfee, delivers an RKO on him, and eventually secured an anticlimactic win with crossroads as Cody Rhodes retained the WWE Undisputed Championship. But after the match, Orton snapped, attacking Rhodes with the title, even delivering a full kick as WrestleMania Night 1 closed out, leaving a lot of questions. But that was a quick recap of the show. What about the good, the bad, or the downright ugly? As always, we start with the good. Number one, an emotional cold opener. WrestleMania 42 opened up with a performance of God Bless America by a local Las Vegas choir, setting the tone for a sweeping drone shot showcased the city and the Legion Stadium. The presentation blended past and present, connecting WWE's history with the current market matchups. There was a genuine sense of passion and narration, and it elevated the entire package heading into the show. It felt like we were going to be in for a good night, maybe we were wrong. Number two, iShow Speed stands out. iShow Speed's performance quickly became one of the standout moments from the opening match. He has natural athleticism, from his clean backflip off the top rope to how quickly he adapted to the in-ring movement. But the moment that really elevated him came after the bell. Logan Paul managed to turn him, instantly flipping Speed into a babyface roller. Boy, did he capitalize. This is Speed's debut WrestleMania, and only his second televised match in WWE, and he did a fantastic job. Speed definitely gets wrestling. His selling, his delivery, everything was just spot on. He even managed to end his own streak by shouting out Green Apple, something he always does, which was pretty cool. Number two, Paige's return. Paige's return tonight, he one of the most emotional moments of the weekend. She stepped back into WWE for a decade after her career was cut short, forced to retire